Not all men, they say. Not all men, and yet almost every woman. 1 in 3 women globally, and 97% of women in the United Kingdom alone, to be exact. This is a scary and disgusting statistic that proves how common sexual harassment is, in all aspects of life. From your own partner, to your boss, to a random stranger on the street, women never know when the next predator is going to make them their prey. Instead, they walk in fear, keys clenched between their fingers, hoping they can escape the darkness of the people surrounding them. Now you may wonder, why are these numbers so high? Why aren't these cases ever brought to light? Why don't women speak up? Why are they letting their perpetrators walk free? Well, there is one bold-faced answer to that. They are often, quite frankly, afraid. Oftentimes, women are victims to someone they know or someone who has power over them in some way. In fact, 80% of assaults are committed by someone the victim knows. Within that statistic, most of the assaults that occur outside of home occur by someone in a power position either at work, on a team, in school, or other places too. This causes fear in victims that their positions or opportunities could be jeopardized if they choose to speak out, because unfortunately, only about 1% of reported cases actually result in a prosecution. Meet Sarah Everard. Sarah was a 33-year-old woman living in London, England at the time. Sarah did everything right. She was dressed in a sweater and jacket, some pants and running shoes, and she was walking home from a friend's house one night in early March this year at around 9 p.m., while it was still light out. She took a popular, well-lit path during her walk. She called up her boyfriend on the way home to let him know of her arrival time. Sarah never returned home. Her body was found later that week in the woods. Sarah was killed simply because she was an easy target walking home alone closer to the nighttime. The worst part about this case? The person that is currently in custody for her murder. Constable Wayne Cousins, a 48-year-old police officer, has been charged with the murder of Everard and is currently in custody because of that. This shows that anyone and everyone can be a potential attacker, which is terrifying for women everywhere. This case proves that speaking out may not always be an option for women. Many places do not have a lot of resources or places to go to speak up about their experience, aside from the police or the hospital, which, as clearly shown in Sarah's case, cannot always be trusted as is. In an interview that I conducted with Sonia Robertson, an employee at Inowak in St. Mary's, Ontario, she explained that the only place that she knows that has any resources in her town is the doctor's office. And that isn't even advertised whatsoever, which is why people don't speak up. She explains how there should be more places to go other than speaking to doctors, especially if someone wants to stay anonymous. So, here comes my point of this talk today. More needs to be done in our small town to ensure that everyone feels safe and comfortable being out in public and to walk alone. There needs to be more advertising for places to go to should you need to reach out, and there also need to be more foundations to actually go to. We need to make a change. Accessibility is an issue, and it is something that is so critical to have. I believe to begin this change, we need to get a group of people together and push our town council to creating more places for victims to go to. We can also create new online forums for victims to anonymously share their stories in case they still want to remain unidentified. Although the money to fund different organizations like donated therapy may be difficult to find, we can hold fundraisers and donate money so that these organizations can happen. Having an escape for victims to go to is important for both their physical and mental well-being and would help boost our community as a whole. Along with that, we need to advertise. Whether it's in the paper, on social media, or on papers in stores, our resources need to be shown for the people of all ages. No one gives any recognition to them currently, which is why victims feel so alone. If we work together to create this change in our community, it will encourage others around us to change as well, and we will better our world one step at a time. So, let's do this. Let's join forces and be the change we need to be for our mothers, our sisters, and our best friends. Thank you.